क्या पता था कि इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में इतना हंगामा हो जाएगा हमारे डिपार्टमेंट में। पिक्चर की क्या करो आप समझ नहीं जा रहा पिक्चर ले लो।
4 days ago, and since then I'm not been sleeping well, so you have to do a time for me. I left Aligarh in 1968, and I traveled, and I came here in 1978 and 1990. So this is the first time I have been here since 1990, so it's been 20 years. So that has been a long time. But some of the quotations that she has given to me, I'd like to talk about that too. I hope you don't recognize that I have an American accent, so if you don't, I hope you forgive me. Mr. Vice Chancellor, faculty members, students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, before I begin my speech, I'd like to recognize some of the people that have traveled with me from the United States. My brother, Dr. Islam, who is a fellow. He's a man who has basically told me how to work together in peace and harmony with Aligarh people. So I'm very proud of him. He's also chairman of the Aligarh Scholarship Program. And what he does is you have to admire his ability. He's done a great job to form out of the scholarship program. As you probably know, I'm a very generous contributor to the Aligarh last year and this year. And my cousin, Tariq Aziz, he was also my teacher when I was a student. And it has been a long time. That was about 40 years ago when he was my teacher. He still looks good, and we're proud of him and his accomplishments. That is these. You also have to forgive me that I'm drinking a lot of water because I'm not done very well with my sleep. Thank you very much for inviting me to speak to you today. I'd like to simply thank all of you for coming and for your hospitality, and appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I want to sincerely thank Dr. Salimuddin for providing me with this opportunity. I'm deeply touched by his spirit. As you can tell, I'm honored, I'm thrilled, I'm excited to be here. I'm also proud to be an alumnus of Aligarh Muslim University. I would not be standing here today on this podium if it was not because of Aligarh Muslim University. Aligarh made me what I am today, one of the best known in the United States, one of the wealthiest men in America. That doesn't mean anything to you, doesn't mean anything to me, but I love this place, I love this country, I love Aligarh. To me, Aligarh will always be a shining city in hell, begging brightly to all who search for knowledge and progress. Let me begin by saying a few words about your Vice Chancellor, Professor Abdul Aziz. I admire his leadership. People like him give the strength, give us the hope, and give us the courage. He is a source of comfort, he is a source of pride, and a source of joy to everyone who meets him. He's a passionate and committed and determined to succeed. He's an extraordinary man with an extraordinary talent. And his extraordinary talent has deeply touched me. I've only met for about 5 minutes, and I love this fellow. He's a great man. And you should be proud of him. The memory of this Aligarh still lingers in my mind. It has never faded away from my memory, and it's still fresh in my heart, in my memory, in my thought, as it was long, long years ago. My days of Aligarh Muslim University have an important effect on me. I still remember very well riding on my bike from Liam Hall to Aligarh campus. I used to live in Jubilee Hospital, room number 22. If any of you live in there, please stand up and say hello. If not, I'm going to go over there today and take a picture. I remember very well riding my bike from Liam Hall to Aligarh campus. It was an exciting time of my life. Though I must admit, sometimes the life was very chaotic here, but it was filled with charms, cheers, changes, and challenges. It was inspiring, and the memory Aligarh provided me with the basic building blocks to become a successful entrepreneur, to assume responsibility, serious responsibility, and most importantly, to become a passionate leader. For me personally, it has been a remarkable journey from a dusty street of Aligarh. It is not quite dusty, but it's very nice. It has been a remarkable journey from Aligarh to the United States of America. I came to the U.S. in pursuit of hope, happiness, challenges, and dreams. I'm a living example of someone realizing the American dream. I'm fortunate, I'm blessed, and my dream has come true. And I know your dream will come true. I pray one day that some of you will become an entrepreneur, and some of you will become beacon of hope for all of those who have no hope. Remember, ordinary people can do extraordinary things. Let me briefly outline what I'm talking about today. I will start with the values Aligarh is still in me, a love of education. Then I will consider India's promise, how the fulfillment demands the uplift of all people in India. Next, we'll look at how entrepreneurs can catalyze the fulfillment of India's promise. After which, I'll share with you my views and experiences on leadership and entrepreneurship. I've always depended upon the values that Aligarh instilled in me, especially a love of education, eternal optimism about your hopes and dreams, being collegial and candid towards all, and keeping steadfast on your standard of excellence, living peace and harmony by being tolerant and respectful towards the dignity of each person. I still cherish these values. I'm indebted to Aligarh Muslim University for my success as an entrepreneur. We know many men and women from Aligarh who have made significant contribution to all walks of life, from educators to politicians, poets, scientists, and engineers. They have made their mark on the world. In so doing, stand as role models for all of you, encouraging those who have yet to achieve their highest aspirations and dreams. We should do what we can to ensure the Aligarh remains a premier center of knowledge. We should do our part to give back to our community, to strengthen our families, and to take care of our children. I personally am very deeply committed to educating our children. We must create an environment that allows our children to excel. I cherish the hopes, dreams, and aspirations of our future generations. All of you are hope of tomorrow. You have the destiny of ours in your hand. It is our children who are the hope of tomorrow. As Prime Minister Nehru once said, we should build the noble mansions for our children so they can dwell, where our children can prosper, where our children can have a bright future. Remember, it's the future that beckons to us all. As Thomas Jefferson once said, I like the dreams of the future, but not the history of the past. Past is a history, not a destiny. As I was growing up back in the state of Colorado and I left this institution, I remember a song of Fleetwood Mac. Some of you probably do not remember, we were young. And it reminds me of that song, that don't stop thinking about tomorrow, yesterday is gone. The supreme interest of the Sasiya Dhamma that I see pictures scattered all over this campus, his life was education. I would not be standing here if it was not because of Sasiya Dhamma. You guys would not be going to school if it was not because of him. He was a great man. He was a man of mission and a man of vision. Now more than ever, education is a key ingredient of success. Education empowers people. Education strengthens nations. Education opens doors to everyone so can they lift themselves out of poverty. It enhances the dignity of human beings and increases his or her self-respect. Let us do our part to ensure that Sasiya's dream never dies. Let us fulfill his vision. Let us fulfill his mission. Let us keep his memory alive by doing our part to preserve, protect, and promote the Aligarh culture. Let us pledge ourselves and dedicate ourselves to expanding and propagating the the Aligarh movement. As a part of my commitment to education, I've created a charitable foundation. My wife Debbie and I, myself, my wife is not here. And the main mission of this foundation is education. We provide scholarship programs to those students who want to go to school, but cannot afford because of the financial hardship. You know, people like me who are not as just Aligarhians are the global representatives of the Aligarh and its people, its languages, religions, values, culture, and history. Not as just Aligarhians myself should look at the ways in which we can become catalysts in the growth of Aligarh Muslim University. I urge the Mr. Vice Chancellor to convene a meeting of the non-resident Aligarhians at AMU so we can play an important role in Aligarh's journey towards becoming an even stronger and more vibrant institution. And we should do our part. India is now a major engine of the global economy. India drives the global economy right now. India is attracting foreign investment and fostering a business climate that has created a vibrant new generation of business leaders. A new class of entrepreneurs is emerging in India, adding momentum to the country's economic boom. Unfortunately, the enormity of the poverty is still flat in India. India is only shining for a small minority, but ultimately, India is getting darker. What we have in India is an island of prosperity and an ocean of poverty. And poverty is everywhere. The lack of basic access to sanitation, education, nutrition, and healthcare represents a broken base that precludes our fellow citizens from advancing the pyramid of success. Poverty drains the institution of good governance. Poverty depletes resources. Poverty weakens leadership. Poverty cherishes the hope. Poverty crushes the hope of the people. Poverty fuels frustration. Poverty fuels desperation. And poverty breeds violence. Remember, I believe very strongly that poverty does not belong in civilized human society. Its proper place is a museum, and that's what it should be. And we should do all what we can to eradicate poverty. It has been shown that poor people trying to break out of the vicious cycle of poverty would much rather be given an opportunity to improve their education, their condition, while their own work, rather than simply receiving a handout. We should focus on helping people realize their potential, dream to succeed, rather than merely applauding the end result itself. You and I, working together, should dismantle the barriers of the India's caste system, India's also religious system. We should provide equal opportunities to all people in education and jobs to all citizens of India, and especially for this great university and city, regardless of their color, regardless of their caste, regardless of their creed, and regardless of their religion. Discrimination is based on the caste and the minority status can shatter people's dreams and people's ambitions. It does not close the gap between rich and poor, but rather causes social unrest and holds back India's ambition to become a major economic, cultural, and diplomatic power. Let us do what we can to eradicate poverty. We must be united together in our fight against disease, tyranny, terrorism, poverty. If we are united, we have strength. If we are not united, we have no strength. Only when we are united, we have the strength to triumph. The best way to eradicate poverty is through education and entrepreneurship. And that is a part of my topic today. Now, this leads to my topic for today, entrepreneurship leadership. I'm sure many of you have a desire, have the drive, and have the dream to become an entrepreneur myself. Remember, dream gives us the strength that carries us through. It is not we who carry the dream, it is the dream that carries us through. It is not the we who carry the dream, it is the dream that carries us through. As an entrepreneur, I look at India and see the potential of free enterprise, creativity to unlock many of the intractable problems that we face today. I love entrepreneurship. There's nothing like the excitement, the glory, the fun and sheer thrill of starting something from scratch like I did and watching it grow into a large enterprise of astonishing proportions. Bill Gates of Microsoft did it, Dave Packard did it, Henry Ford of Ford Motor Company did that, I did it, you can do it. If you have the opportunity to become an entrepreneur, I hope you do grab the opportunity. Find the passionate people, the driven people, and committed people to lead them. Give them all the necessary resources you have, and give them some oxygen to breathe, and they will do the wonders for you. We should help our young men and women to become entrepreneurs. We must provide them with the business mentoring and the seed funding to start up. These young entrepreneurs will learn how to build a business, develop a credit history, and ultimately become employees themselves and employers themselves. As the new enterprise takes the form role, we can be proud that we help transform a young person into a leader. In order for an entrepreneur to be successful, you need a lot of money. But the capital is needed to convert the vision into reality. The governments and banks and people like myself have an obligation to provide the seed money and the loans to the entrepreneurs. I'm a strong believer that every one of you deserves a chance to get a decent education, a chance to get a good job, and a chance to grow a successful business, a chance to raise a healthy and happy family, and a chance to prosper. We should provide opportunity to all people, not just the fortunate few, like Ambani and the rest of the people of the job. Everyone should aspire to be a job as well as Ambani. Mukesh Ambani was the chairman, I always tell him that. Entrepreneurship is all about taking risks, being focused, and being committed. It is all about confronting uncertainty with optimism, ingenuity, and creativity. We have to get out of our comfort zone, venture into new horizons, and experience the environment. We must not be afraid of taking chances. If we fail, we must simply get up and try again. People perhaps will fail again, but nevertheless, we must try again. The success teaches you how to move forward, but the failure teaches you to never go backward. Thus, the failure is the first step to success. Another important element of entrepreneurship is passion, like myself. Without a passion, you cannot succeed, for it is a passion that keeps you striving when the times are difficult, and all endeavors will be at some point. Without a passion, resources will never be enough, and they will quickly dissipate into thin air. But with passion, we'll always find a way, even when the probabilities conspire against your dream. One of the most important elements of the entrepreneurship is focus, and that's my favorite topic. When a company does not focus, its planning sees to future problems. When a company becomes 1 mile long and 1 inch deep, it loses its power. But when a company focuses like a laser, it can convert a few kilowatts of energy into coherent and powerful energy. When a company focuses like a laser, it can drill even a hole in a diamond, it can even cure cancer. So you see how powerful focus is. A lack of focus is like the sun that dissipates all vast energy by shining its light in all directions. Focus is a power. It creates a powerful perception of resolve in the minds of your customers, employees, and competitors. Maintaining a laser-like focus is very effective in the long term. It does not reach rewards overnight. You have to have patience. Remember, it takes a long time to turn around a corporate battleship in the river. You can do that in the ocean, but not in the river. The focus has been one of the most important ingredients of the success of my own company. There are many opportunities for entrepreneurs in India. You have to identify and exploit the openings in such industries as energy, infrastructure, education, communication, transportation, and information technology. Entrepreneurship is primarily about not necessarily maximizing the profit, but rather engaging all the stakeholders, that is the community and the people who are affected by the nature of your business. To be a good entrepreneur is to treat people with utmost respect and dignity. Before I speak to you about the leadership, which is my favorite topic, I'd like to say a few words about the customer satisfaction and the role that customers play in making a company and any kind of enterprise successful. You should treat the customer the way you want to be treated yourself. To better relate to the customer, I have done several things that I will share with you. Number one, never try to maximize profit at the expense of building a long-term and enduring relationship. Give customers a good, fair deal. Always look for ways to make it easier for customers to do business with you. Communicate regularly with the customer. If they're talking to you, they will be talking to your competitors. Don't forget to say thank you. Now, I'd like to speak to you about the effective and efficient leadership. The long-term success of the entrepreneurship depends upon training and generation of young people like yourself with the skills to excel as leaders in business. Before you can become a leader, you must focus on growing yourself. After becoming a leader, the success is all about growing others. Here's some of the elements that I have developed myself for successful leadership. Number one, leaders have a clear vision and ensure that others not only see the vision, but also they live and breathe it. Number two, leaders create environments where people can be truly committed. Number three, leaders operate their team using every encounter as an opportunity to evaluate, to coach, and build self-confidence. The leaders exude positive energy and the optimism that gets under everyone's skin. Number five, leaders have respect for all people. Leaders give credit to others and often take the blame when something goes wrong. Number seven, leaders establish trust with candor, transparency, and credit giving. Number eight, leaders act with integrity in spite of the difficulties. Number nine, leaders have the courage to make unpopular decisions. Number 10, leaders probe and fish with a curiosity that borders on skepticism, making sure their questions are answered with action. Leaders balance risk and reward. Leaders see mistakes as a learning opportunity. Leaders are firm but fair. Leaders are enthusiastic. Leaders get everyone involved. Leaders are tough, yet tender. Leaders inspire everyone by setting examples themselves. And number 18, which is the last one, leaders celebrate. I'd like to say more regarding the leadership quality that I just mentioned. First, winning company enhance, embrace risk-taking and learning. You should create a culture that welcomes risk-taking. But to take a prudent risk, you must really admit when mistakes happen and why. That way, the key decision in the future will benefit from the lessons learned and from your past mistakes. If you want to change, set the example yourself. You will love the exciting culture you create and the results you get, and so will your team. The second leadership quality is to emphasize the leaders celebrate. Celebrating makes people feel like winners and creates an atmosphere of recognition and positive energy. Work is too big a part of life not to recognize the moments of achievement. Grab as many as you can. The leadership is challenging. All those balancing acts, all those responsibilities, all those pressure. Leaders passionately care about their people. Indeed, leadership is really about helping other people succeed and grow. What we didn't talk about today is the employees, which is an important element of successful leaders. to the people who actually do the work. Develop the trust among the employees, empower the employees, enable the employees to speak out freely, give them respect, give them dignity, and recognize their contributions. Let me say a few words about decision-making process. Remember, you're not a leader to win a popularity contest. You're there to lead. I'm sure the White Chancellor can relate to this. When you're making a difficult decision, the leader must balance short-term risk with long-term rewards. It takes a correctly balanced risk and reward. The leader should be aware of the strengths and weaknesses, motivations and biases in order to manage the risk and reward balancing most effectively. The leader has to articulate how to achieve the maximum profit with clarity and forthrightness. There are no secret formulas for succeeding in business or succeeding in any other entity that you desire to do. But you should craft a tightly woven, carefully scripted business philosophy that provides a crisp guideline for every aspect of business. Leadership is about vision. Leadership is about values. Knowing what you believe and then knowing when and how to act according to those beliefs. This means you should be making your decision based on your gut, based on your instinct, based on intuition, and based on your belief, rather than decision based exclusively on the data and information. I'd like to say a few words about my own experience as the Chief Executive Officer of the company that I founded. I cultivated a very vision-driven organization into a tightly focused company whose all employees, precisely what expected of them, always delivered exactly what they promised. I gave people at all levels the tools and technology and the metrics, and imposed a fact-based decision-making process. Managers in my company at all levels honored this commitment, engaged in disciplined meetings, focused on decisions, and measured progress against the stated objectives. And I surrounded myself with a lot of good people, and their job was to deliver the results. Ladies and gentlemen, a sense of humility brings us together as a fellow Aligarhians, linked by a common goal, bounded by common bonds. We should do what we can to benefit the humanity. All of you deserve an opportunity to experience prosperity, and entrepreneurship can help you break out of the vicious cycle of poverty. I do not want to sugarcoat the challenges that you will face as an entrepreneur. However, you should be able to conquer those challenges and convert those challenges into opportunities, and the opportunities will not bring you low. You probably will experience the disappointment, the despair, and the darkness at the end of the tunnel. But I always believe there will be bright light at the end of the tunnel. I hope and pray that one day that the glow of the light from this great institution that I'm very proud of will penetrate deep into the darkness and light of the whole world. As Alexander Smith once said, a man does not plant a tree for himself, he plants it for posterity. Let us continue to plant, and our children shall reap the harvest. I'd like to close my speech with Cecilia Davan's word. You have reached a particular stage, and remember one thing. Then when I took the task, there was a criticism all around against me, abuses were upon me, life had become so difficult for me that I aged before my age. I lost my hair, I lost my eyesight, but I never lost my vision. My vision never dimmed. My vision never dimmed. My determination never failed. I built this great institution for you, and I'm sure you carry the light of this institution far and wide. Darkness will disappear from all around. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak with you today. And I'm glad I told you that I'll be brief. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your commitment to make a difference in the lives of others. I wish all of you continued success in the future. Look forward to when our paths will cross again. I'm confident you'll achieve your goals. I'm sure you'll rise to the challenge and transform your passion into profit and make a lot of money. Always remember that no matter how steep the path and how discouraging the pace, I implore you to never give up. Thank you and God bless you. And if you need a copy of my speech, you can visit